Speaking of opposition parties, Abra Babia is joined by the COPE's Mosiuoa Lekota. Abra, take it away.
Yeben, good afternoon. I'm now going to speak with the leader of the Congress of the People, Mr. Mosiuoa Lekota, who is no stranger to Parliament, who's actually been an MP at Parliament for how many years now, sir?
I can't remember, there are too many.
Too many years. But anyway, even though he's been here for so long, he's still fighting fit, as he just proved to us. He was showing us how he was preparing for this year's Cape August tour, which he is planning to do. It was your 9th tour this year, if I'm correct.
Right, yes.
And you did say to me that you cycle to help deal with your stress.
Yeah, that's right.
So does Parliament cause you lots of stress?
Of course it does. Because a lot of us are very upset about, especially the recent period of a man called JZ Zuma, who really caused us serious tensions.
And now, going forward, do you think you'll still be working out as much as you did in the past, or do you think that you can tone down a little bit on your exercises?
No, there's even more work to do now, because we have to tackle the issues of the problems that was created by the period that just ended now. A lot of work.
Mr. Lekota, this morning I was speaking to lots of other just MPs and people around here, and they were all saying that there's a sense of hope. People are excited going forward. But of course, there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And just how hard do you think this task is going to be for the new president?
Well, I think it's going to be quite tough. First of all, he's going to have to explain to us how he reconciles the policy position that his organization took in December to expropriate property without compensation, when the constitution of the country that says that no one may be deprived of their property, but where expropriation happens, it must be with compensation. And also he must explain to us, among others, how does he reconcile that he proudly announced that they are going to take property without compensation, and then come and swear loyalty last night to a constitution that continues to say you may exactly the opposite of that. Secondly, there is the issue of very high levels of unemployment and high crime levels. He's going to have to explain to us how he's going to deal with these. At the time when our standing internationally suggests that investors are not keen to come here with their money, that South African investors are themselves taking their money, running away with it. Then there is the issue that I think he cannot avoid. The size of the executive. Some 73 ministers and deputy ministers who consume huge portion of the country's resources at a time when our people have no medicines, have no money for education, and all of that. And he's no stranger to this problem. He's been part of cabinet and part of the executive in the last years that this thing has developed and been built in this way. How is he going to deal with that? Because of the fear of alienating many of those who voted for him are also benefiting in that size of executive.
Mr. Lekota, are these all issues that you would like him to hear him speaking about today during his State of the Nation address?
Well, there are only some of them. There's far more issues that he's going to have to contend with. But I'm citing the issues that are paramount. He's in danger of his waning popularity if he's seen not to go on to implement the policies of the party from which he comes. And that's why I'm highlighting those ones right at the beginning.
Mr. Lekota, thank you so much for your time, and I hope that you have a good day today.
Thank you very much.
That was Mosiuoa Lekota of COPE, who of course will be speaking to us later on after the President's done with his address. I see people are slowly starting to arrive on the red carpet. As soon as we have someone who we can speak to about their fancy clothes that they're wearing today, we'll come back to you in the studio, Yeben.
Thank you so much to Abra Babia, our reporter there right outside the steps of Parliament there. And of course, the red carpet, as you can see in the background there, has been laid. A very radiant and happy-looking Mosiuoa Lekota, of course, giving his reaction and expectation to tonight's State of the Nation address.